on Unreal Estate, the ultimate fantasy homes. This was not what I was expecting. Australia's real estate agent to Chinese billionaires. You realise you were wearing a house deposit?
Dazzling penthouse living.
This is going to be the blingiest bathroom I've ever been in.
And the astonishing home that floats above its neighbours. How does this thing stay up?
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on.
When you see these luxury penthouses for sale, do you think people actually want to live in them, or are they just for show?
Oh, you mean are they just trying to outdo their neighbours?
Yeah, or look down on their neighbours.
Wow, the view's always better from the top. Sydney is one of the hottest and most expensive property markets in the world.
If I was you, I'd wanna be me too.
Today, I'm entering the domain of the super prestige homes, where the filthy rich like to live. And my guide, quite literally, holds the keys. I'm on my way to meet Monica too. She's a real estate broker to the super rich, to Chinese billionaires, the market that she specialises in. This is really elite stuff. It's normally invite only.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Chinese investment in Australian real estate hit $24 billion this year. And competition for a slice of the action is brutal. And Monica too is the agent of choice. She sells Sydney trophy homes to Asian one-percenters. So when these fabulously rich Chinese are looking for a home, what are they looking for?
In Sydney is the views.
The views.
Harbour Bridge and Opera House and the waterfront.
So Monica, if I can be a bit cheeky, and I believe I may, what sort of turnover do you have with your business?
Last year, over $200 million.
$200 million. How does Monica get these uber-rich clients across the line? Well, she hosts elite parties on mega yachts, of course.
Oh, actually, Kate, what are you doing tonight?
Why?
Tonight's got a party on the boat, actually on the yacht. So I'm inviting a lot of my VIP buyers and clients to come. So if you have, spare time, come along.
Monica, Cinderella would love to come to the party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Before slipping on my Cinderella slippers, Monica's showing me an apartment she's hoping to sell at the party tonight. Located in the Rocks area of the CBD, 45 levels up, is a massive apartment at the landmark Cove Apartments, designed by celebrated Sydney architect Harry Seidler. Well, thanks for dropping off, Monica. You can go now. Thank you.
Wow. Isn't it amazing?
So beautiful. This was not what I was expecting. I think there's nothing that I can't see from here. Opera House, check. Harbour Bridge, check. The views are splashed over 3 levels, and they are, as you'd expect, pretty good. With 600 metres of luxury, the entire first level is for wining and dining. Somebody has their priorities straight.
This is the life.
A curved staircase leads to 4 bedrooms, each with one-of-a-kind bathrooms. Mind you, the stairs are a bit of a punish. And the 3rd floor is all rooftop garden and spa. I could get used to this. Let's play How Much Is This Pad? All right, don't tell me. I'm going to say 820,000. No, I'm not. I'm going to say 10 million.
Higher.
12 million.
Higher.
15?
A bit higher.
Oh, starting to sweat. 20?
Probably in between. Yeah.
Okay, so 17, 18?
Yeah, 16 to
17,
20.
18?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ready to give me a check?
I need to see, first of all, what
Happy to show you
18
around.
million is going to get me. Okay, so it may be an exclusive penthouse, but the kitchen is still the heart of the home. And this one is tailor-made to suit Monica's Chinese buyers.
So just imagine you cook here, you know, your right-hand side is Opera House.
Yeah,
and then we have a separate entrance for the, you know, the helpers. So we have a
For the
party.
staff.
Look at all the cooktop is indented. It's really
Oh,
easy
right,
to
that's
clean.
the cooktop. And what is the sink?
That's not the sink, darling. That's actually inducted a cooktop. So it's great for Chinese cooking. So just imagine this wok.
Oh, so the wok goes straight in there.
Yeah, it's not a standard fixture, but I think it's very convenient for Chinese families.
I'm actually going to help Monica pitch this penthouse at her exclusive party tonight on a luxury yacht. She may live to regret that.
Baby, we don't need no reason
Hobart in Tasmania is home to Australia's most successful shipbuilding family. Incat is owned by the Cliffords, who make everything from huge ocean liners to Sydney's famous Manly ferries.
You can just have that done by next week.
Daughter Kim designs the interiors, while Dad Robert is the head honcho. Kim's boat-inspired fantasy home was conceived right here in the shipyard from her dad's small-scale prototype.
Is this it?
Absolutely.
That's exactly like the prototype.
Bingo.
By building it themselves, Kim and her family saved a small fortune on the $2 million project. And the design is seriously out there. Made from glass and aluminium wrapped around an internal steel frame, their primo position on the hill gives them 360-degree views of Hobart. Very nice.
The house is sort of a bit like a family adventure as well. My father did most of the excavation on the property, and my husband, Scotty, built it, and he'd never built a house before, so it's a little unusual for his first house approach.
Kim and Scotty's very boaty home is 33 metres long and covers 250 square metres. The open-plan kitchen, living and dining areas are in the highest part of the house, which Kim calls the bow. Upstairs at the rear end, or stern, are 3 bedrooms with another lounge. Every room has floor-to-ceiling views. This is literally a glass house.
A lot of people say to us, you feel you're really exposed once you're in the house, and we actually don't. I think when you're inside your own environment, we feel quite comfortable. They come in and worry that everyone outside's going to be looking at them, but really after a couple of minutes you settle down and relax and realise you're in a beautiful modern home.
I love the open plan vibe to it. And the artwork. It's so modern.
Yeah, well, it's actually a local Tasmanian artist who goes by the name of Jarman. I wanted a modern feel for the house, and so I wanted sort of a street graffiti type of feel. We approached Jarman, and he initially was a bit hesitant because he hadn't done any of this type of work before. But he got involved, and we were very lucky that he did a couple of private pieces for it.
There's a real sense of fun about it.
We had a neighbour that came up to us, and the house was just being built, and she said, "Oh, isn't this disgusting?" And I said to her, "You obviously live in a square house." And she sort of was a bit taken back. I said, "I guess in life we can't all live in square homes."
Yes, that's right.
This is my son Jack's room. If you come around here, here's the door to my second son's room, which is just here, which of course is the mirror image of the room you're already in.
What? That's excellent.
Which of course when the kids were young, they thought that was really amusing and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As you can imagine now as a 20 and an 18-year-old, they're not that keen to talk to each other 90% of the time.
Which is why Kim and Scotty built a teenage retreat.
This is where the kids like to hang out. This is sort of their end of the house.
Oh, with a skate ramp and everything.
Yep.
This is the best. Can I get up?
Yeah, sure,
You
go
mind?
for it.
It's like a cubby house.
It is. You can just sit back there, relax.
This is sensational.
Want me to join you up there? Oh, okay.
Let's get a couple of margaritas and just while away the afternoon.
Oh, Scotty! Can you bring us a margarita?
Just please. We'll get the PlayStation set up.
Well, we could always watch a chick flick.
Oh, okay, bit of Dirty Dancing.
That'd be nice. I could imagine myself here on a Sunday afternoon doing that.
Oh, this is the best.
And the boat theme continues throughout the house.
The galley.
It's a bit like a galley, yeah, ship's galley. You're certainly picking up the terminology.
And more wow. Look at that.
Next, I'll be meeting Kim's husband, Scotty, who engineered this remarkable home. I want to find out how this trusty vessel stays afloat.
Next, is this a house or a UFO?
Really sort of does give you this impact that you are in a spaceship.
The compact Melbourne home that's big on storage solutions.
There's no cupboards on the walls. They've put all the cupboards into the floors.
And later on,
Holy moly.
the inside running on Monica 2's cashed up buyers.
What is the most expensive house that you have sold?
Kim and Scotty Clifford have built a one-of-a-kind home, high on a hill in Hobart. He's an ex-marine engineer and she's a boat builder, so it's no surprise they've created this extraordinary cantilevered home.
There's a lot going on here. How does this thing stay up?
Well, to keep the house from falling on its nose,
Yes.
in the dining room is that big polished concrete slab that keeps the building in place. So we've got the lounge room that's completely cantilevered, and then the rest of it is counterbalanced with the far end of the house, so it's an engineering balancing act.
It really is. How does this not just lift off on a windy day?
Well, if the winds are blowing very hard from the east, you can actually feel some shaking in the house with the wind.
Okay.
You get a little bit of vibration.
You actually feel like you're moving on a boat.
Oh, well, yeah, a little bit.
Say I was up one end jumping up and down, you could feel it down the other?
I could, but there's about 400 cubic meters of concrete saying that you're not going to fall down the hill.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good, secure feeling.
It really is an ingenious design, and the nautical influences have even crept into the furniture.
This is a great table, Kim.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's actually made out of a piece of recycled hewn pine, which traditionally has been a boat building piece of wood
Okay, right.
because of its longevity.
And then a propeller underneath to keep it up.
Absolutely, which I found out at Incat on the recycle pile.
I've noticed quite a lot of that around the house.
A few things have I've been out at work and sort of seen them in the shipyard and thought, oh, that might make a nice fountain, and the firebox, and of course, a propeller.
This outdoor entertaining area also includes a Western red cedar hot tub, a perfect place to catch up with design guru Mark Drury.
Mark, you're the architect of this fine vessel. How did you come up with this design? Was it in a fever dream or in a steam tent with shamans? What?
First thing that struck me is the fact that the houses are already built, that people weren't actually taking into account what the houses look like from the underside. No matter where you see it, whether it was from 200 metres further up the roadway, that the actual building appeared holistic.
Kim, first thoughts when you saw that design?
My first reaction to the floor plan was absolutely fantastic. I remember distinctly saying to Mark, that is totally the brief I gave you. It was just a bit of a wow factor.
Especially for Hobart.
Yeah, for Hobart.
It's a pretty conservative city. This is pushing the edge in technology, if you would, in design.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing.
Well, it's been absolutely lovely meeting you, Mark. Thank you so much. And being in this bath with the three of you hasn't been awkward at all. Thanks. Thank you.
On the cliffs of Seaforth on Sydney's North Shore is the ultimate in fantasy urban living. The iconic dome the locals call the Spaceship House, and it's owned by international businesswoman Catherine Wood Enriquez.
It was a house that I had always loved since I saw it when I was 16 years old. And this house always had this wow factor. I always said to everyone that would listen, one day when the house becomes for sale, I'm going to go and buy it. I bought this house in 1993. I love circles, things that have got movement, quite unique. When I was a little girl, I was so interested in UFOs. So this became my UFO, really. The windows were replaced in 2007 with 12mm glass. Prior to that, it was in fact very, very noisy. Although the house looks very symmetrical, it's not. The thing is, I wanted to have a homogeneous floor, which would actually be sort of quite seamless through the house. And I was very, very worried about, installing tiles where perhaps there would be grout lines and your eye would follow them and they'd be out of sync. Placed into this concrete was a mix of stars and shapes made out of bronze, made out of stone. In the entranceway, we've got 3 skylights, can be lit up either with the white light a violet light or a blue light. When those are on, really sort of does give you this impact that you are in a spaceship. I live here with my husband and my daughter. It's not a house for families. It's a house for people who like to have a bit of fun. We have some great parties here. The lighting is also great for a party. I mean, you can create all different types of moods within the house. When I bought this house, it was a few years in the making to get it renovated to the level that it is today. But certainly it was something I put my heart and soul in, and I've created something that's really beautiful.
Real estate agent to Chinese billionaires Monica Tu is showing me around the most expensive penthouse on her books. We're talking a tidy 18 million or so. On the second floor, all 4 bedrooms have killer views into a different part of the city. And the master bedroom has a view you might recognise.
Have a look here.
Of course, there had to be a spa.
There's over 600 square metres of luxury living, and that includes this 3rd floor rooftop terrace.
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful.
Isn't it?
Cheers, Kate.
And right below is where I'll be pitching this mega penthouse at Monica's exclusive soiree. Oh, God, I hate this job.
Next, the glamorous bathroom that's dripping in 24-karat gold.
Most people have got rubber duckies. You guys have got a golden swan.
And the $25 million house that comes with absolutely everything.
If you're rich enough, you can have the impossible.
Close your eyes and you're gone.
When it comes to high-density living in Queensland, the Gold Coast is the place to be. And love it or hate it, the Goldie is home to some of Australia's biggest and flashiest apartments.
I'm meeting Anastasia and Peter Kyriakou, owners of one of the most prestigious penthouses. And it's all the way up there.
The Rivage Royale is one of the Goldie's most sought-after addresses, known for its glamorous views and some equally glamorous owners. Anastasia is an entrepreneur and motivational speaker.
It is an amazing complex, as you can probably already tell.
Yeah, look at the marble and the gold, and so that's that Versace style, isn't it?
Yeah, it was built in 91, so back then that was the style, that was the theme.
Yeah.
And it's stayed ever since, and everyone loves it.
How many floors are there?
27.
27. Wow. My ear's going to pop?
No. Welcome to our home.
Ooh. I wasn't expecting that.
This incredible sky home takes up 826 square metres spread over the top 3 floors of the building. It's more than 3 times the size of an average suburban home. The massive living room, which opens onto a pretty staggering view, connects to a formal dining area, kitchen, and informal dining, because I'm guessing these guys just really love to eat. On the second floor are 4 king-size bedrooms, each with marble en-suites, of course. The rooftop with sauna, massage room, and pool is to die for.
How bright is it?
Very. It's very open, very Gold Coast, very beachy.
Did you design this yourself?
Yes, the colour scheme. We had an interior designer, but I wanted it to be very neutral, very Hamptons, very fresh.
It is very fresh. How big is that chandelier? It's massive. What's the story with that?
Well, the original owner who first bought the penthouse back in the 90s spent over $1.5 million refurbing. If you wanted to replace something like this chandelier now, you'd be looking at over $200,000.
That's crazy.
Okay, the living room is stunning, but I can't take my eyes off
the view.
These are the best views of the Gold Coast, as you can see. So straight ahead, you've got Main Beach. To the left, Marina Mirage.
Lovely.
To my right, you've got Surfers Paradise, which leads on then to Broad Beach.
Wow. So you've got a full panoramic view of the Gold Coast.
Yes, absolutely. We can see everything here. This is the Broadwater, and we love to go sailing.
You've got a boat?
Yeah, we've got 2 boats.
Okay.
The other one, though, is too big. It doesn't actually fit in the marina.
Where does that go?
Over at the Marina Mirage.
It's got its own marina?
Yes.
How big is it?
About 98 feet.
So, I mean, I could live on your boat.
You could. It's that comfortable.
And that big.
This over-the-top penthouse was originally owned by Anastasia's in-laws. Now it's Anastasia and Peter's turn to enjoy this Gold Coast fantasy.
This is the formal dining room.
Is this French provincial?
It is.
Yes. Okay.
My mother-in-law bought this table from an antique store. She bought it actually when she first moved up to the penthouse from Melbourne.
So you've got a massive dining room. I bet you've got a big kitchen.
We do.
Again, huge.
This is very important to me, coming from a big Greek family. In our home, you know, we love to spend time together. We cook together and we enjoy each other's company. And
you do a lot of cooking yourself?
A lot of cooking,
right.
Yes. And that's why we need a very serious kitchen.
What are the cooktops?
We do top-of-the-range Gaggenau.
Oh, okay.
Made in Germany, I believe.
Made in Germany. How much is that whole cooktop over there?
Around 12,000.
Wow. Where's the fridge?
Inbuilt fridge.
Ah.
Fridge and freezer, yes.
Okay, so that means the oven's probably hidden as well.
They are.
Ooh, secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sure is a big fat Greek kitchen. I mean, it takes up half the first floor. So, what's the attraction to the Goldie for these guys?
I moved up about 5 years ago. So prior to that, I was in Melbourne.
Couldn't resist the weather.
Yeah.
Was that it? Was it really that it?
The beach, the weather,
the lifestyle.
The boating up here is fantastic. It's and the people are great too.
If I wanted to buy a 4-bedroom penthouse apartment in the Gold Coast, what am I looking at?
Well, you've got a unique property here. Next door sold for $5 million.
$5 million sure buys you a lot of bling. And I'll be back to check out the bling-centric top floor of this very Gold Coast penthouse.
Sydney real estate agent Monica Tu delivers ultimate Sydney trophy homes to Chinese billionaires. Tonight, I'm helping her pitch to an elite group of buyers. But first, we're taking a sneaky look at the biggest of her luxury listings. This brand new mansion in the ritzy Sydney suburb of Balmoral. Monica calls it a turnkey house. Never heard of that before.
Now, I've been intrigued by this concept. What is a turnkey house?
Turnkey house means when you arrive, so we just give you a key, you just move in. So it's a brand new concept in Australia.
So everything's in there?
Everything's inside.
So sheets, towels, everything's there?
Everything's ready for you inside.
That's a pretty great greeting when you walk in the door, isn't it?
A very expensive greeting, actually, because views of the harbour don't come cheaply in this fancy part of Sydney. Apparently, all the custom-made furniture was imported from Paris and comes in either brown, white or 50 shades of beige. There's open-plan living on the top floor. Downstairs, the pool terrace connects directly to 4 bedrooms, each with ridiculously large walk-in wardrobes. And the place is fully kitted out. All you need to bring is a toothbrush and a change of undies.
So, Monica, where did the concept turnkey come from? I've never heard of a turnkey house.
Yeah, turnkey house is actually really popular in Europe or even in New York in the States, and it's more focused on the international multi-millionaires. So they're very busy and they don't have time to renovate or to build. So turnkey means everything's ready for them. So normally the buyers have multiple, apartments around or houses.
So they've got
around
turnkey houses or apartments everywhere?
Everywhere. This is the only one and the first one in Australia.
The first turnkey?
Yes.
And so basically it's a furnished house?
Yes.
this house is very minimalist.
Absolutely. It's like a resort-style living. We're asking for over $25 million. Depends, which hour you want to be included.
Sorry.
25 million. No problem.
And the other thing is, I can't see an obvious kitchen. It seems to have everything but the kitchen sink.
The whole idea of this house is just a piece of artwork. So
there's the sunken sink.
This is the beautiful sink. So if you actually look from the other side, you cannot really see it. This is the cooktop.
Yeah, it's very unusual. That looks almost like art. What does this button do?
This is when you're cooking. Obviously, you need a range hood.
I thought I was going to get to watch TV while I cook.
Yeah, you need one of those, especially if you do a Chinese cooking.
Deep frying.
We love deep fries.
Who supplied all the saucepans?
Everything is hand-picked by the vendor and the architect. Everything is supplied, including the glasses and the crockery. This is a downstairs area, so both of the bedrooms actually lead to the pool area. So
this is the resort.
This is the resort style living.
I like it. Holy moly, is this all wardrobe?
Yeah, this is just one of the wardrobe. So it intends to be like a gallery. So you put your beautiful clothes in.
But I haven't brought any clothes with me.
You should have told me your size. Look at the bath.
Wow. That is an amazing bathroom.
It's amazing. And this is actually only one in Australia. It's oak, but it's specially
a wooden bath.
Yes.
Is there not a good reason why people don't have baths made of wood? Because wood is porous and water would go through it?
But it's specially treated. Just relax. It will be fine.
Relax. I would be
just
relaxed.
Relax, yes.
You know what the motto is? If you're rich enough, you can have the impossible.
You're right.
This house is aimed at Chinese.
It's suitable for Asian clients because, Asian love wood and they love something really special. This is a one of a kind.
I found a light switch.
That's the button for the lift. So we do have an internal lift here.
Where does the lift go to?
So lift goes to a lower level. So we have a huge garage. Can fit like 8 cars. And we have a New York style loft on the ground level as well.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going down to have a look.
Please.
Oh, look, it's a disco lift. This won't be the last thing I ever do. Bye, Monica too.
Bye, Kate.
Bye.
I'm told this turnkey house even comes with a car. So anyone could throw in an old bomb to sell a house. Well, apparently this one's a bit fancier.
Coming up, the perks of life at the top.
Look at the size of that Everest on your finger.
And the dressing table at the turnkey house that actually costs more than my car.
Apparently there's a $30,000 Armani dresser.
Monica 2 is giving you the lowdown on this Sydney turnkey mansion that's on the market to anyone who has a spare 25 mil lying around.
Well, the lift works, which is always a relief in a home lift.
Downstairs there's an enormous garage and a separate apartment that comes fully kitted out with everything, including a Porsche. It's unheard of.
This garage is big enough for a party, and that's because it was built to accommodate 8 cars. But there's only this one sad little fella here. But Monica reckons if you buy the house, you get this car with it. That makes me think I'd buy the car and the house and return the house and keep the gift with purchase. So, I've never been to an actual real-life New York-style loft apartment, but this is what I know it means. It means no walls on the bedroom, sort of boxy and quite beige. And if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So, New York-style loft bed, and apparently there's a $30,000 Armani dresser. Surely not. They always know you just need to sit down at any random point in time.
And this is the ideal spot to plan my strategy for pitching to Monica's elite buyers at tonight's gathering.
Peter and Anastasia's sensational Gold Coast penthouse occupies the top 3 floors of the Rivage Royale, and they're about to reveal their favourite room on the 2nd floor.
What a view you've got every day you wake up.
Much, yeah.
And so, am I right, your parents lived here before you did, is it?
They certainly do, yeah. They bought it back in 2001.
And so there was all this gold leaf and all the art everywhere. What was this room like beforehand?
Previously, we had a heavy, sort of like a silk wallpaper.
Okay.
You know, it was gold leaf actually put on all the ceiling profiles there.
So it's like Venetian style,
Renaissance almost.
Renaissance vibe.
But with Gold Coast views.
Ah, oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Très bien. So where did you get everything from? Where did you source all the furniture? From France?
No, well, it took me about a year to put everything together, and I bought some things online, some things locally.
Yeah. And do you like the Frenchy vibe?
I love my wife. I love what she's done. Absolutely.
Well done. You get extra points for that answer.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oui, oui. Sacre bleu. Look at all that gold. That's where it is. Oh, is that all real?
Yeah. This is the master bathroom.
It sure is. Look at all this gold. This is going to be the blingiest bathroom I've ever been in.
It is.
Bath bling. Mm-hmm. Did you design this too?
Well, no. The original owner who first bought this apartment about 20 years ago had the whole entire apartment remodeled on Sylvester Stallone's New York apartment. He knew exactly what it looked like and what he wanted, and so he created a very rich, very elegant style.
Okay.
So we've left this bathroom exactly how it is. We didn't change it.
Creating the Sly Stallone vibe clearly requires truckloads of black quartz, gold leaf and Grecian columns.
Most people have got rubber duckies. You guys have got a golden swan. It's gorgeous.
And this is a gold-plated sink. We've kept it as is because we just absolutely love it.
You love it.
This place certainly makes a huge statement, but it's the ceiling that really screams at you.
Wow. Who did it?
It was painted by a local artist.
Yeah.
He specialises obviously in the murals, and all the gold leaf was etched onto there as well. Took
Scaffolding on his back like Michelangelo, just
that's it.
Painstakingly going through it, and
Took him ages.
you put the gold in Gold Coast.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
Coming up, Melbourne's ingenious child-friendly terrace.
There's a giant hide-and-seek house.
And over the top, luxury.
You've got your own day spa on top of your house. Who does that?
We do.
Peter and Anastasia's Goldie penthouse gives them access to all the perks of living in the glitzy Rivage Royale. Outdoor and indoor pools, putting green, a marina and 2 tennis courts. Does anyone in this apartment complex have a job?
This is our rooftop retreat.
Rooftop retreat of your very own.
Well, this turns into our massage room and day spa.
Is that a sauna?
It is a sauna. It's our sauna.
You've got your own day spa on top of your house. Who does that?
We do.
You do, yeah.
Come outside and I'll show you the pool.
Okay. This is huge. I guess, this is your backyard, isn't it?
Yes.
And you come up here quite a lot. God, does this place come with sunglasses? It's so bright.
Well, this is what we call in Greek iliotherapia.
What does that mean?
Sun therapy.
Sun therapy.
Well, that's enough sun therapy in anyone's language. Time to give that massage table a workout.
I can't believe you've got a pool out there, you've got a sauna just over there, and you've got a little massage room on top of your house. That's amazing.
I know. That's how we like to relax. We like to do things together.
And did you meet up here?
Yes. A mutual friend introduced us, and it was love at first sight. I met the man of my dreams.
Look at the size of that Everest on your finger.
Yeah, that's my baby rock.
Don't tell me there's something bigger than that. How big's the big one?
It's big.
You love your diamonds, you love your massages, you love your penthouse. I tell you what, I could get used to this. Do you need a butler?
In the Melbourne suburb of Albert Park, this single frontage Victorian terrace was short on storage space. So owner, Mian Callahan, came up with a creative solution.
In this house is myself and my son Louis, who's 5. Terrace houses are the very long, thin houses that can be dark. They're old. I just knew I wanted more space, so I wanted somebody to do something quite different, quite radical. I wanted a place which would have lots of light, that would feel nice whether it was summer or winter. I wanted to use more of the house. There's no cupboards on the walls. What they've done is put all the cupboards into the floors. You wouldn't know by walking on it that there's cupboards underneath. I basically have a whole room of storage under the floor. Most of the storage downstairs is full of Louis' toys, so we're practically on one big toy box. He has boxes that he can crawl in and crawl out of. He has a bed that is raised up from the floor. He has to climb on his desk to get to the bed. It's playful, it's really fun. He's constantly inventing new ways to use it. For him, it is a giant hide-and-seek house. I don't like things everywhere. I don't like mess. So the house definitely represents me because there's cupboards everywhere. There's a place for everything. And when you walk in, it always looks neat and tidy. Everything's been done to maximise light, so the stairs are perforated steel with tiny little holes in it so that the light comes in. Upstairs there is a floor made of the steel so the light can all come through the floor as well. My favourite thing in the whole house is the yellow bath. This room is my space, my bathroom. Louis has all of his cool spaces, but this is where I get to relax. It is a standard bath underneath, but it has been made by surfboard manufacturers, so it's essentially a fiberglass bath that's been custom made for my bathroom. I do like design, I respect design, I really like colour, and I wanted to have a place where I felt I could invite people over and be really proud of it.
Next,
We always hear that there are things that money can't buy. That is not true.
can Kate sell an $18 million penthouse to Monica's cashed-up clients?
You realise you're wearing a house deposit?
Real estate agent to Asian zillionaires, Monica too, is holding a soiree for a few of her elite clients, and I'll be pitching a multi-million-dollar penthouse. Monica reckons it's important to look the part, so we're stopping off to pick up some jewels, as you do.
So this is you just popping down to the shops?
Oh, yes. This is when I need something like urgent, I just come in.
Urgent. You've got an urgent need for jewellery.
Yes.
Oh, it's heavy. Wow. Really, you say? Gorgeous. What is the most expensive house that you have sold?
$39.9 million.
Really? You know what I take away from that? You couldn't get 40 million, mate. You couldn't get it up to 40. 39.9? What?
The buyer doesn't like 4.
No, right.
It has to be
unlucky.
Has to be 39. Nine is forever.
Sure, right. Was that a record? That must have been a record.
That's been a record for a while. I just got broken by another property just sold. I'm trying to break another record.
Another record. Yes. Isn't that just exhausting?
No, I love it.
You love it?
I love records.
I hope she doesn't expect me to set any records tonight. And my big moment has arrived. Can I sell an $18 million penthouse?
Well, you look resplendent in your jewellery, Monica.
So, UK, thank you.
Why, thank you. You realise you're wearing a house deposit?
Oh, probably not quite. Not one of my houses.
Not for one of your houses? Is that our boat?
Yeah, that's the boat.
Holy moly. We always hear that there are things that money can't buy. That is not true. Not if what you're looking for is quality, impeccable views, the best Australia has to offer, an unparalleled lifestyle, you can buy all of those unbuyable things.
She's better than me. I'm going to lose my job.
Look at this. These two people come with the property. Whatever you want a coffee in the morning, Monica will make you a coffee. All of that can be yours. There's the Harbour Bridge. Someone can teeter off the boat tonight with the keys to that property in their pocket.
When can I move in?
Whatever you like. Sold!
Yeah. And that, my friends, is how it's done. Next time on Unreal Estate.
Wow, it's so pretty.
The astonishing homes of some of Australia's most celebrated creative types.
We really do live in an art installation.
The Country Weekender, which inspires one of our top fashion designers.
Well, she certainly loves print, doesn't she?
The space-age family home of a brilliant design duo.
That makes me want to see it more than anything.
And the open plan house where everything's on show.
One for the art of bathing and another one for the art of relieving.